So last month, my band Minutes Unsettled put out our debut LP called The Wicked and the Wretched. I am considering making like a full in-depth video explaining a little bit more about what went into creating this album. I figured that what I'd like to start off by doing is these little track by track videos explaining a little bit more about what each song is about, what my creative direction was with each song. I'm not really going to get super technical with this, so if you're not really a musician or a producer or anything like that, don't worry, because I'm not going to like bore you with a whole bunch of technical producer jargon. What I am sharing from is from the artistic perspective more so, and why I made certain changes the way I did. So we'll start off with Fugue State, which is track number 1 off The Wicked and the Wretched by Minutes Unsettled. So what Fugue State is it's got like the same melody as Gravity. So I think of it more as like an electronica version of Gravity. So we've got these synthesizers. Add in some drums. The goal was to really introduce in a really unsettling way to kind of set the scene. It's just to build up that little bit of anxiety on like, all right, I know something's going to happen, but I don't know when. And then Gravity, it jumps straight into Gravity. So track number 2 on The Wicked and the Wretched is Gravity, which is where the album comes to life. When Mitch sent me the demo for Gravity, it was actually the first demo for The Wicked and the Wretched that he had worked on. And it was like love at first listen. We've got this cool little sound effect that Mitch had put in. So starting with the drums. On top of that, we've got the bass. We've got the guitar tracks. Now, because the song is called Gravity, what does gravity do? It pulls you down. So I really kind of wanted to highlight that by adding in these guys. And it just comes in right in those moments. Now, what's cool about this next part is this is like a nod towards the nu metal movement with like the old school hip hop record scratches. I had a lot of fun with the vocals on this, man.
Oh, please, don't pretend to be a saint. I see the bullshit right behind the scenes. We bring modern day animosity to be ignorance and mentality. Oh, feel the gravity. Oh.
I love that part right there so fucking much. Another cool thing is this section right here, the I'm Not Afraid of the Dark part. Now, Gravity, lyrically, since it's the first song on the album, it's sort of me saying like, hey, this is about to get really dark. So I really wanted to put in the line, I'm not afraid of the dark. Tyler's sister was very excited to be a part of this song when I asked her if she wanted to lay down a quick little vocal track. And this is what we came up with.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
This was the original track right here.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Throw in a little bit of distortion.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Then throw in a couple of pitch shifters.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
And Everyone that knows me as a producer knows I have a bit crusher obsession, so I also threw that guy in.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
And then I just did a little bit of corrective and additive EQ.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
And then we just layered it, so it went from this
I'm not afraid of the dark.
to this.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Waves are crashing in, I find I'm on my own again.
And just white noise because that's what it sounds like in my head when I'm not doing this. I think every musician can agree with me on that. It's just white noise. The thing that I love the most about Gravity is just how, especially on the verse, is just how military it sounds.
Think I've been too reckless while
I love that part so much. Mitch did a phenomenal job coming up with this song in the first place. For me, I knew as soon as I heard that part, I was going to have so much fun with the verse. And I kind of wanted to go with like a little bit of a hip hop approach with it. Just because it sounds so bouncy. This is also like my favorite song to play live. It's just such a cool fucking song. If you guys like this content, I'm going to keep doing it. If you guys don't like this content, I'm going to still keep doing it because I like making this type of content. But I highly encourage you to put on a pair of headphones tonight and go listen to The Wicked and the Wretched. And just really pay attention when you're listening.